dark days of the Civil War, guerrilla raiders led by William Clark Quantrill terrorized the Kansas-Missouri border, looting, burning, killing. Quantrill fought for the South with a savagery that shocked even his own allies. Many Southern officers considered him little better than an outlaw, using the war as an excuse for pillage and murder. But in the desperate urgency of the conflict, Quantrill and his hard-riding band were useful to the Confederacy, and he was often given missions of military importance. His fury reached its peak when he attacked the U.S. Army arsenal at Lawrence, Kansas. This is the story of events leading up to that raid.
You headed for Lawrence, Lieutenant?
Yes.
Mind if I ride along?
Well, who are you?
Oh, my name's Mike Davis. Tell me, this here's Quantrill territory.
If you know that, mister, you ought to stay out of it.
Well, I intend to go out and contact Major Matthews, supply him with horses.
Well, your papers seem to be in order, Mr. Davis. Come along.
Thank you.
Ryan?
Yes, sir. Ambush! Quantrill in!
Looks like we're dug in here for a while. Do you think you can get some ammunition out of the wagon?
Yes, sir.
Take the men and work around behind them.
You ever take prisoners?
Quantrill? I'm glad you happened along, Mr. Davis. Thanks again.
I'll give you a hand with the wounded.
Come in.
Major Matthews, this is Mr. Davis.
My credentials, Major.
Quantrill attacked us about 10 miles out, sir, and Mr. Davis helped beat off the attack.
Any casualties?
2 dead and 4 wounded, sir.
I want a full report, Lieutenant.
Yes, sir. I'll see to the wounded, sir.
Thank you. Sit down, Mr. Davis.
Thank you, Major.
I see you were at Vicksburg. Picked up some shrapnel. Got a disability discharge.
And decided to go back to my old business of selling horses.
Well, the Army can always use good cavalry mounts if your price is right.
Well, that depends on how much trouble I'm going to have getting them through to Missouri.
Well, you'll have trouble with Quantrill. He operates pretty freely along the border.
Yeah, I guess I'll have to risk it. Of course, I'd save some time if I had a pass to get by your guards.
I think I can arrange that. Excuse me.
Certainly.
Come in, gentlemen. This is Mr. Davis. Judge Wood, Mr. Briggs, Sheriff Alden.
How do you do?
Oh, yeah?
Okay.
Major?
Pleasure. The corporal will have your pass in a few moments, Davis.
Oh, thank you, Major.
Mr. Davis is a former Army officer who's going to supply us with horses. These gentlemen head our vigilance committee. Helped me round up Southern sympathizers who are giving information to Quantrill.
Oh? I thought Lawrence was 100% Union.
Oh, 98% maybe, but the other 2% give us a lot of trouble.
Yes, there's always a couple of rotten apples and the best of barrels, you know.
Yeah, I suppose so. Well, thank you again, Major. Nice meeting you all.
Goodbye.
Strange. That man reminds me of Charlie Hart.
Charlie Hart? I don't see any resemblance.
Well, maybe it's the way he wears his guns.
Oh, Davis is all right. He helped Lieutenant Danvers beat off a guerrilla attack this morning. Well, anything new around town?
Yes, Major. We've been tipped off that Fred Thomas, the gunsmith, is a Confederate agent.
Well, then arrest him. I've given you full powers.
We thought we'd just keep an eye on him. Maybe we can round up some of Quantrill's men, too.
Don't worry, he won't get away.
Fred Thomas. I just can't get used to men you like turning out to be traitors. But I suppose that's war, sir. Well, shall we go, gentlemen? Major?
Gentlemen.
Yes, sir.
Could you give me some shells for this? Some new sharps.
Yes, just got some in.
2 boxes if you have them.
Good.
Kind of dry weather we've been having. I think it's gonna snow before it rains.
I saw 7 wild ducks heading south.
Better south than north.
Say, who are you?
I'm under General Price's command. You're to put me in touch with Contra.
I can't do that. They just organized a vigilance committee here a few weeks ago.
I know that. I just met the judge and his friend.
Anybody see you come here?
Well, the judge is across the street now.
Well, I'm getting out. And if you're smart, you will, too.
Oh, wait a minute. Just calm down. I'm here in legitimate business. Now, where do you generally meet Contra and his men?
Oh, it's too risky. I'm through. I mean it.
Wait a minute. Pull yourself together, man. Where do you meet them?
Out west of town. A grove of tree just beyond the Baxter Springs cutoff. George Todd, Quantrill's right hand, is supposed to show up there this afternoon.
I'll be there.
Well, after this, you're on your own.
Oh, Judge.
Sorry.
Know of a livery stable around here?
There's a good one down the end of the street.
Thank you.
Mr. Davis, did you ever know a man named Charlie Hart?
Charlie Hart? Oh, no, I don't think so. Why?
He was an outlaw, lived here before the war. Shot down 3 men right in this street. Men who'd been his best friends.
Well, I hope you stretched his neck for him.
No, he got away. But every man in Lawrence took an oath to keep looking for him. We'll get him yet.
Judge, is there any special reason for telling me this?
No, no special reason. Just came to my mind.
Down at the end of the street, you say?
Right down there.
Thank you. Go there. Where's the stableman?
You're looking at him, mister.
You're kind of little for this sort of work, aren't you?
No. I plan on having my own stable pretty soon. I'm just piling up experience.
I see.
I'm Joe Walters. What'd they call you?
My name's Michael Davis. Think you can take care of a horse for me? Rub him down and feed him?
Sure. Cost you 6 bits. Wartime inflation.
Well, that's all right. If you do a good job.
You must have come a ways. The shoes are worn thin.
You notice everything, don't you?
Fellas gotta be sharp these days. Plenty of competition.
That's right.
What's your trade?
Horses. Is there any place around here a man could bed down for the night?
Sure. My aunt runs a boarding house.
I prefer hotels.
The Army's got the best one sewed up. The rest aren't fit for chickens to roost in. You better bunk with us.
No, I don't care too much for boarding houses. I come and go at odd hours.
Make you a special rate. We've even got a tin tub you can take a bath in.
Well, I imagine they got one at the hotel.
Oh!
Sorry. Clumsy of me. You all right?
Yes. Oh, Sue, I want you to meet my friend, Mr. Davis. He just got into town. I've been trying to tell him our place is better than the hotel.
How do you do, Mr. Davis?
Pleasure, ma'am. Quite an enterprising young gentleman.
Oh, yes. I run the boarding house. Joel runs me.
You're Joel's aunt?
Yes?
I see. You wouldn't have a vacancy, would you?
Well, would you be renting by the day of the week?
By the week to start out.
I think we can make you comfortable, Mr. Davis. Our house is a few doors down on the main street.
I'll be by later.
Joel, I've ordered a few things at the store. Will you pick them up on your way home? Bye.
Bye. You wipe that silly grin off your face and get to work on my horse.
Yes, sir, Mr. Davis.
George, this is the last time I can come out here. They've got a vigilance committee in town. It's getting risky.
Keep your hands up, both of you. Well, looks like we bagged this one of Quantrill's men, all right. He's got enough guns to arm a platoon. And shoulder holsters, too. You too, Fred.
I haven't done anything, Sheriff. I was talking to this man about hunting.
Save it, Fred. We know what you've been doing.
Go!
Fred, stop! Come back here, you fool!
Nobody move. I said nobody move. I just want your prisoner.
You did me a real favor, mister.
Now you can do me one. Take me to Quantrill.
What's your business with him?
It's private, but not personal. I'll ride ahead of you.
That sounds fair enough. No use. We've lost him. Let's go back to town.
We want to see the chief.
Who's he?
I'll answer for him.
Go ahead.
Oh, he's all right, Chief. Posse nabbed me and this man sprung me loose.
Tell me about it, mister. What's your business and who are you? Out, Kate. See you later, George.
I'm Captain Alan Westcott, attached to General Price's command.
Well, this must be important. Sending an officer. What's up?
General Price is all set for a big push, all the way through Missouri into Kansas. Cut off the Yankee supplies.
Good. Cut off the gold from California and the beef from the West. Let the Yankees go hungry too, eh?
How many men you got quartered here?
30, 40, number varies.
You'll need more. Need at least 60.
I can get them. What do they want me to do?
You're to destroy the Union arsenal at Lawrence.
That'll be just fine with me.
But remember, no more there's looting. There's a legitimate military mission. No wanton killings. That's an order. And here's your orders. In code.
How'd you get through?
I was with that supply train you jumped this morning.
You were the one in civilian clothes. You're fighting right along with those Yankees. I lost 3 of my best men.
You wouldn't have lost your men if you'd set that ambush more carefully.
You come here to criticize my tactics?
I came here to give you your orders.
All right. Lawrence it is. Kate! Bring us something to drink. And that swill the boys use, the good stuff. You'll have to get me some information from town. I'm not exactly welcome in Lawrence. I want to know about the garrison, the guard posts, and so on. Fred Thomas can help.
Afraid he can't. He's dead. Killed by the Vigilante Committee, same time they got your man.
Yeah, that's too bad.
Maybe the man's hungry, Bill. I could whip up something in the kitchen for him.
It's very kind of you, but I'm not hungry, Mrs.
It's Miss Kate Clark. But everybody calls me Kate.
It's a pleasure, yes?
All right, out. To Jeff Davis. And success. How are you known in Lawrence?
This is Michael Davis, former Union officer, here to supply the Yankees with horses. You'll have to get them for me.
I can get them. I may not be a gentleman, but I get results.
That's why I came to you, Captain Quantrill. I'll try to get back tomorrow.
I'll be looking forward to it, Captain. Hager! Show Mr. Davis the shortcut to town.
Yes, sir.
That was a real gentleman, Bill. I can tell.
Things are looking up, Kate. We're going to make a major attack on Lawrence.
I know. I heard him.
I might have known you'd be listening. And no tin soldier come strutting into my camp telling me what to do. When this is over, I'll be able to buy you anything you want. How does that sound?
Sounds like a lot of talk to me. He said no looting.
No looting. I'll take everything I can lay my hands on. Kill every Yankee that crosses my path. Lawrence! Take a good look at it, Kate. While it's still on the map.
We'd about given you up, Mr. Davis.
Well, it took a little longer than I thought.
Did you find some horses?
Made a connection.
Good. Oh, have you had supper?
I had a bite on the trail.
Well, may I get you some cider?
Cider sounds fine, thank you.
Sit down.
Thank you. It's nice here.
This was my mother's and father's home. Tried to keep it up since they've been gone.
That must not be too easy, a woman alone.
Oh, I'm not alone. I have Joel.
Whatever happened to his folks?
Well, they were killed in one of the early border raids. So I've sort of raised Joel. That includes darning his socks, which he runs through.
Boys do.
I guess so.
It's peaceful here.
I think Lawrence is a friendly town. Where are you from, Mr. Davis?
Oh, all over. Ohio. Been out west. A lot of places.
Oh, a Rolling Stone.
I have been, yeah. I was thinking maybe after the war I'd like to settle down. If I could find a nice little place like Lawrence.
Why not Lawrence?
Yeah, things might be different there.
Oh, I don't think Lawrence will change. It may get bigger, but it'll still be a nice place to live.
Will be if you're still here.
Thank you.
Well, it must be getting late.
Let me get you some towels.
Hi, Mr. Davis.
Oh, hello, Joel.
I gave you the best room in the house.
I saw it.
I put water in the pitcher. There's soap and towels.
Thank you. Good night.
Good night.
Can I pick them or can't I?
You get to bed.
You sure make good coffee, Sue. I must invite myself in for breakfast more often.
You're always welcome, Judge.
Thank you.
Sue makes everything real great. And she sews. And you ought to see her at dances. All the men want to dance with her.
Joel.
I keep telling her it's high time she got hitched.
Would you hush?
I bet you if we put our heads together, we could find a good husband for her. Don't you think so?
Okay. Now I got an idea.
That's enough. I don't intend to sit here while you two marry me off. Come on, get up. We have work to do.
Oh, it can wait.
Not if you want apple pie for supper.
Wow, apple pie.
Major Matthews says that you're talking a deal with him for some horses.
Spent yesterday lining them up.
Quite a bit went on yesterday. Fred Thomas was shot resisting arrest. Turned out he was a spy. A Quantrill man that the sheriff had caught got away with the help of a stranger. Kind of funny all that would happen on the day that you come to town.
Funny.
Strange or odd, if you like. One, you were in Fred's gun shop yesterday morning. Two, you were gone all afternoon.
Just a minute, Judge. This is practically an accusation. I don't think you have any right to tell
I
me.
have the right to question anybody as a member of the Vigilance Committee.
All right. Was in the gun shop buying ammunition. The rest of the day I spent dickering to the Cherokees for horses. Now, if you'd like to check on that, you...
No. We'll let it ride for now.
Well, I'm pretty busy, Judge. If you'll excuse me.
Just a minute. Just a minute, Mr. Davis. I want to tell you some more about Charlie Hart.
Well, you told me enough, Judge.
Well, but I didn't give you the particulars. They're kind of interesting. You see, Hart wasn't an outlaw at the start. Fact is, he taught school here, and we all liked him. Now, at about that time, my son Henry and the sheriff's kid brother Jim were helping slaves escape from Missouri.
Your son?
Yes. Hart said he wanted to help, claimed that he was all for the Union. But we were tipped off that what he really intended to do was to betray our setup to Southern bushwhackers. I don't understand how men can play both sides. You?
Peacetime? No, Judge, I can't. But when there's a war, I guess a man does what he's told.
Yes. Well, anyway, the boys wanted to give Hart a chance to clear himself. Said they'd meet him outside my office. They had another young fellow with them named Ed Tanner. Well, Hart, I guess, suspected there was something in the wind. He could have gotten away. No, that wouldn't do for Charlie Hart. He rode up, acted as though he were going to get off his horse. Instead, he drew his guns and killed those 3 boys in cold blood.
Judge, you said you don't know where this Charlie Hart is now.
I said we hadn't caught up with him. Some people think he's riding with Quantrill.
But you think he is Quantrill.
Oh, one more thing. Sue was engaged to Hart.
What?
Yeah. The shock of what he did almost killed her. Now, she's taken a fancy to you, I can see plainly. If you're not right, stay away. I don't want to see her hurt again.
Thank you, Judge.
Come in.
Morning, Major. Busy?
No, come on in, Davis.
Thank you.
What's on your mind?
Well, just thought I'd drop around and let you know. I think I got my eye on some pretty good horses.
Well, that's fine. I hope Quantrill doesn't get them before you do.
So do I. As a matter of fact, a few troops might discourage you. Don't suppose you could spare me an escort?
No, I'm afraid not. I've barely enough men now to guard the arsenal, but I've sent for reinforcements.
Well, just an idea. Thanks anyway.
Man sure does a lot of riding.
If you suspect him, why don't you tell the major?
You know my theory. Give him plenty of rope. It'll work with Fred Thomas, and it'll work with Davis, too, mark my words.
Kate, didn't expect to run into you out here.
You didn't run into me. I knew you'd be back.
Oh.
I want to talk to you about Quantrill. Don't trust him.
I don't?
Quantrill will kill you the minute he doesn't need you.
Well, I know that, too.
Well, then why do you go to him?
I gotta talk to him about something.
Oh? Don't you have anything to talk to me about?
Well, not with Quantrill packing 4 guns.
You don't fool me. You're not afraid of Quantrill. And you're not afraid to take me away from him either. It's just that you don't want to, that's all.
Well,
Nah, that's all right. Maybe you will when you think about what you're missing.
Quantrill inside?
Yeah. Oh, it's you, huh? Kate! That woman. Well, what's going on in town?
Oh, Major's got a whole company, mostly raw recruits, but he's expecting reinforcements.
Then we'll strike as soon as my other boys get here. I've worked out the plan of attack. I'll deploy my men in 3 groups, entering Lawrence here, here, and here, the least settled parts.
You know that town like a book, don't you?
I've been there.
With your friend, Charlie Hart?
Let's leave Hart out of this.
That's not. I'm here to see you obey orders. Not to use this raid as an excuse to butcher people.
What makes you think I'd do a thing like that?
You've done it before, haven't you? Charlie Hart.
Just an accident. Get out of here. Get out of here! Sorry, Captain. Lost my head. I need your help and you need mine. I guess we gotta pull together on this thing. Don't worry about Charlie Hart. He's in the past.
Sure he's gonna stay there?
I give you my word. My Cherokee friends promised us some horses. They'll be waiting.
All right, let's go.
Jared, bring your men. Mount up! All right. Hey! Wait here. Cherokees don't cotton to strangers.
They look like renegades. Indians usually send a chief when they make a deal.
Fellow the boss is talking to is a chief.
Those horses are too good for the Yankees. We'll get them back one of these days. When the war's won.
What'd you pay for them?
Never mind. It's all in the family.
Noki mo konme. Nazimo lazilom.
Buon chicaneta tunte.
Alupcha noki mo konme.
It's crazy. Says these horses were stolen from him.
That's what I thought.
I bought these animals in good faith, and I'm keeping them.
You haven't changed a bit, have you, Charlie Hart?
You'd have brought the whole tribe down on their heads. You wanted the horses, didn't you?
settles it. You stay out of Lawrence.
Maybe you're right. Maybe I ought to stay out of Lawrence. You and Todd can handle the show.
Fine.
Jack can help you take the horses into town. He's not known in Lawrence.
I'll let you know if anything changes.
You're not really going to pass up that raid, are you, Chief?
Oh, no. I got me 100 scores to settle in Lawrence. 100 dirty free-staters who swore they'd kill me. I'll do the killing. I'll run their blood in their gutters, every mother's son of them.
You're a fine bunch, Davis. Your price is very fair.
Thank you, Major.
I'll issue a payment order to the quartermaster.
What's going on?
I don't know. They doubled the guard.
Yeah, maybe they're bringing in more ammunition.
It's hard to tell. You circulate around and see what the talk is. Meet you back here in about an hour.
Right.
Michael? Glad you're back in time for supper.
Well, I'm going to have to go out right afterwards.
Michael, it isn't any of my business. Well, even in a friendly town, people talk, especially in wartime.
Talk about what? What do they say?
Well, just that you come and go at all hours, and you must have other business besides dealing in horses.
I see. Well, would you like me to move?
Of course not. Joel wouldn't hear of it. He is the man of the house.
Sue, if anything should happen, I mean, if I...
Michael, if you're not what you seem to be, don't tell me. Just go away. A man hurt me terribly once. I don't want to be hurt again. And I'm beginning to like you.
Sue, if we'd just met before the war, before...
Before what, Michael? What are you trying to say?
Nothing. Nothing, Sue. Just that I like you. I like you more than any girl I've ever met.
Hello, Mike. Gee, I'm glad you're back.
Well, I'm glad to be back.
Will you look at you? You better wash up for supper.
Been busy?
Have I? You should have seen the commotion over at the stable.
Commotion? What commotion?
Army's tied up all the freight wagons. Hired extra mules.
Oh, is that so?
Been signing up drivers, too. But they don't tell me where they're going.
They're just probably out maneuvers.
With empty wagons?
Well, you know how the Army is. They're kind of peculiar about things.
That's right. Don't forget, apple pie for supper.
Oh, I'm sorry, Joe. I won't be back for supper. Would you tell Sue?
But Mike!
Army's hiring every mule skinner in town.
I've heard. They must be moving the ammunition to Fort Scott.
You think they got word of Quantrell?
I don't know, but whatever it is, we got to change our plans.
Davis, we'd like to see you in my office.
Well, is it urgent, Sheriff? I'm kind of busy.
It's urgent. You too.
What is this, Sheriff?
You'll get them back if you've got the right answers. This is Gray Bear, chief of the Cherokees.
An outrageous thing has happened, Mr. Davis. The chief sent his son and 2 other braves out to look for some stolen horses. They were found shot to death near Baxter Springs.
I'm sorry to hear that, but what's that got to do with us?
The chief claims the horses were the ones you brought to town.
Chief must be mistaken.
I bought those horses from a friend of mine.
Do you have a bill of sale?
Of course not. I trust him. We trust each other.
Who is your friend?
Judge, there's been some pretty serious accusations going on here. I'd just soon leave him out of it.
Do you have anything to say?
He spoke for me.
Then I have no choice but to hold both of you on suspicion of murder and horse stealing. Lock 'em up.
Unhappy fool. I knew killing them Indians would cause trouble.
Yeah, Quantrill didn't figure on that old chief showing up.
Only a matter of hours before they move that ammunition out of here. We gotta get out. Once they get it to Fort Scott, our whole maneuver is...
I got something that might help.
The judge wants a word with you, Davis.
Sue asked me to come. She believes in you. Wants me to fix it so that you can state your case to the town council.
Thank you, Judge, but I take my chances with the court.
You know, when you first came to town, I had a feeling you were up to something. Then I began to think you were all right.
And now you're right back where you started.
Yeah.
Judge, I'd like to talk to Joel.
I'll tell him, but I won't promise you that he'll come. You lost a hero today.
Give me that knife.
Did you see him?
Yeah.
I know Michael isn't a killer.
It doesn't look good for him. He wants to talk to Joel. Is he in?
No.
When he comes in, tell him, will you?
Could I see him?
Oh, no, Sue. I don't think you should.
Well,
He asked for Joel. I'll see here. Worry helps nobody. Hmm? That's the girl.
Hello, Joe.
I wasn't gonna see him, but I guess it isn't right to blame a man for something. Gee, hear what he has to say about it.
You kind of liked him, didn't you, son?
I had plans and everything. I thought we could be partners in the livery business.
Well, these things happen, Joel. You think somebody's all right. You'd bet your bottom dollar on him. He lets you down. People aren't always what they seem. I'll let you talk to him a little while.
I'm glad you came, Joel. I was just thinking that if things don't work out for me, I'd like you to have my horse.
I couldn't take him.
Why? I've got nobody else to give him to, and besides, if you're going to start business of your own, you're going to need horses.
Don't talk like that. I don't care what people say. I know you're not a horse thief, and I know you didn't kill anybody. Sue knows that, too.
Open that door.
I can pull this trigger quicker than you can use that knife.
But you won't risk it.
You're bluffing. You wouldn't hurt that boy.
Yeah, when a man's got his neck in a noose, he'll do anything. Now open that door.
Well, I won't gamble with his life. You won't get very far anyway. Come on. Get it. Hang on, boy.
Quantrill, I ought to put a hole through you.
What's biting you?
You got me thrown in jail for horse stealing and murder.
Cherokees beat us into town.
You got out? What's the setup in Lawrence?
They're moving the ammunition to Fort Scott tomorrow. That means there's no reason to go into Lawrence at all. We can jump the wagon train on the trail.
We're going into Lawrence. It's been planned that way.
What do you mean, we? You agreed to stay out of this.
I changed my mind.
Well, I ain't changed mine. You ain't going. Todd, I'm acting under direct orders from General Price. I'm taking command here. I want him put under arrest. I'll shoot the first man that disobeys orders. Hager, take Quantrill's guns and lock him in his room.
Look out!
Hager, that's too easy for him. Stay here and keep your eye on him. I want him alive when I get back. All right, men, here are your orders. We travel by night in small bunches. Try to slip through without attracting any attention. We join up at Allen's Corners, camp there the rest of the night. We hit Lawrence in the morning before the wagons pull out. All right, get your men mounted.
So you're gonna raid Lawrence against orders, huh? Well, this is your finish, Bill Quantrill. Because if the Yankees don't hang you, the rebels will. And when they put that rope around your neck, I want to be there. Right in the front row. Oh!
Thank you, ma'am.
Don't it get to eat?
Beat him if you wanna. You've been swilling it down all night.
Yeah, well, so have you.
Why don't you get out of camp?
Why don't you shut your big
He's
mouth?
got his belly full of you.
Well, I'll leave when I like. Besides, there's another bottle in the kitchen.
It's the only way to shut her up.
Bring it out here and we'll split it together.
Thanks, Kate. It's any little old thing I can ever do for you.
There sure is. This is for luck. Please come back for me.
Where's the major?
He's in Greenville today.
Who's in command?
Stay where you are, Davis.
Sheriff, you gotta arm every man in this town. Quantrill's coming.
Just a moment, Davis. Why are you sticking your head in the noose to save us?
I came here to help destroy your arsenal, not to butcher people.
What's Quantrill got against us?
Quantrill is Charlie Hart. He's out to kill every man in this town. Well, get a move on.
Take your
We'll be here any minute.
Joe! Men, arm yourself. Get your rifle. Take cover.
Ride to Greenville and get the major. Tell him to bring all the volunteers he can find.
Right away, Judge.
Sue,
Arm yourself.
get the women and children inside the hotel. It's the safest place.
Take cover, man. Get your rifle. We gotta get these women out.
They've been tipped off.
Yeah.
We got him on the run.
They'll be back.
What'd you say your name was? Your real name?
I didn't, but it's Westcott. Alan Westcott.
Glad you came back, Alan. Sue will be, too, once she thinks it over.
Here they come again.
Quantrill.
Major Matthews, Captain Westcott, 17th Cavalry, Army of the Confederacy.
You're under arrest, Captain.
Don't look so worried, Sue. The Major's told his superiors how much Captain Westcott has done for us. He's just going to military prison till the war's over.
Sue, I'm sorry about all this. I don't know if you can forget, and you and Joel.
Well, I still think Lawrence is a nice place for you to live.
If you don't come back, we'll come and get you.
I'll be back.